So, I thought it best if we start off with a short video by the CDC. They're our good friends during this time of crisis. There's the WHO. I believe they may be a little bit too politically involved with what's going on. But wherever you get your information, go to your local health department's website, go to a reputable international health organization website. Our American CDC website is, believe it or not, massively non-political and has great information. The video I'm about to play for you comes from them. So watch this for a few minutes, or I don't know, I think it's not even 2 minutes long, and then we'll come back and we'll go over the different types of face masks, surgical masks, and respirators that exist. Yep, there's three kind of things. This one thing you see down here on the counter, this is just one in a very elaborate set of respiratory devices, all of them doing different things and for different purposes. But let's watch the video real quick. It'll show you how to use these devices correctly. And then when we come back, I'll explain to you exactly the difference between them. And I'll go over some of the misconceptions that I've been seeing online, we'll call it. I don't want to say misinformation. Really, I believe everybody's doing the giving from the kindness of their heart. They think they've come up with a great solution to a really horrific problem. The only problem with that is, man, I'm saying problem a lot. Unfortunately, that's what we have. In this conundrum, this misinformation could actually lead to the spread and endangerment of people. So let's just watch this video real quick, and then we'll come back and discuss what we saw, and we'll go over these bad boys right here. Check it out. CDC's finest.
Sam's patient has an upper respiratory infection. Sam knows what to do. Sam puts on a mask and enters the room. Sam? Sam performs hand hygiene. Sam secures her mask either with ties or by placing elastic ear loops around her ears. She fits the flexible band to her nose bridge, making sure it is snug to her face and below her chin. Sam knows her front of her mask is contaminated. Sam performs hand hygiene. Instead of touching the mask, she grasps the ties or elastics of the mask, carefully removing the mask without touching the front. Sam discards the mask in the waste container. Sam performs hand hygiene. Great job, Sam.
Interesting, right? One of the CDC's finer pieces of work. So as you can see, there is most definitely a proper way to wear a respiratory filtration mask. I believe a lot of people are mistaking the interchangeable term of surgical mask, dust mask, respirator, paper filter for one item, and you're completely incorrect. As you can see, the fit of the mask, the way you take it on and off, that's already what I've seen the majority of people in most videos are making the mistake of. The removal of the mask should never be like this, like you saw. You should never touch this surface. Once you've touched this surface, you've compromised any type of safety you're trying to provide for yourself. Because if you think about it, this is why I think the videos are going to be helpful. Usually when you know what's going on, it's easier to make better choices. So when you think about it, this surface is gathering all the germs and stopping them from entering your respiratory system. So I always see people in videos remove their mask like this. When you remove your mask like this, you've infected this hand, number one. Number two, if you remove this mask in public, so I see a lot of YouTubers, they're in their videos and they're talking and they're outside and it's hot and it's uncomfortable and they grab it and they remove it and they start talking. You've compromised any safety it could have possibly provided you, if it even was a true surgical grade respiratory device. So, you know, I'm not saying don't wear these things, because any kind of barrier you provide is good for you. But if you're going to use these type of respiratory devices, then it's critically important that you use them correctly and that you actually don't contribute to infecting yourself. So what'll happen is, like I said, you grab it like this, you take it off your face and you're like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Everything's crazy here in so-and-so, Italy, or in Wuhan, or wherever. And now you put it back on. And they're riding around and blah, blah, blah. And then you do it again, grab it, take it off. And they're like, man, it's hot out. You've just 10 times increased your chances of infection. You're using this to stop picking up germs. It may have been effective. You've infected your hand. You've now touched your face. So, respiratory filter, awesome when used correctly, but a very dangerous tool when not used correctly. Actually will contribute 10 times over to helping you infect yourself. But now that we know a little bit about what happens and how to use the mask, let's go into the different types of masks that actually exist. And the difference between a dust mask, which is AKA paper filter, an N95 or P100 grade mask, which all of you are gathering up and have killed the supply of, and a SFM, an actual surgical face mask. There's a difference, people, and they all do different things. So I would like to start off by discussing something I saw online yesterday and Facebook and YouTube and all over, that was truly disturbing. It was DIY or DIY face mask. Yep, how to make your own surgical mask. So basically what they were telling you to do was take a piece of common paper towel, fold it up accordion style, like so, add holes on each side for rubber bands, feed them through and attach them to each other so they would hang from the paper towel, and then separate the accordion layers and use this out in public as your face mask. Please, people, if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, this is not a face mask. This will not protect you against anything except yourself. It will give you a false sense of protection, which will lead to a fake sense of security, which will probably lead to yourself becoming infected. So, if anything you get out of this, a paper towel does not serve in any way, shape, or form as a barrier against any type of viral or bacterial spread. All right? Just don't, please. Even though something's better than nothing, this will lead to many people getting ill. Now that I've got that off my chest, which is what really led me to decide that we need a aseptic week, which is a fancy term in the medical industry for washing your hands and staying clean. So let's go over some of the differences and some of the misinformation you're receiving online. This item right here is commonly found at your big box stores, your supermarkets, your hardware stores. This is called a paper dust mask. This is we'll call it the entry-level grade respiratory protection device that exists on the market today. This device has a single strap, so that's what's an instant giveaway that it is a loose fitting device and will not protect you against bacterial or virals. It's too loose. You'll never get a good fit. Even though it has the nice metal tab to adjust it correctly, this single strap is your giveaway that this is not a true medical device. This is a home device. It's made from paper, no different than the writing paper you use, just a heavier grade and porous. You see, there's the first thing to pay attention to. This is very porous, so it allows things to enter and pass through easily because it's made to stop particles large enough like paint, wood chips. This is to protect your nose more than it is your respiratory system. Unfortunately, the next two filters I do not have an example of, but we'll use this and I'll explain the differences. The next filtration system, which is a decent form of protection, and once again, I'm not saying don't use this. If you have this, by all means, it's a good proactive way to keep yourself safe, but this will not stop you from getting any flu or airborne virus. And it's going to collect them all on the outside. So the techniques you saw on the CDC video are imperative that you follow, the way you remove this thing. Next, we're going to move on to the N95s and the P100s. I don't have any because you all bought them all up. I do have them in my big rig respiratory setup that I use for car painting and for search and rescue when I volunteer. So let's get into that. P95s. The way they're distinguishable immediately is the strap. There'll be two of them, one for each ear, right? This now begins to give you a better, tighter fit. So as you can see, the key word keeps coming up, tight fit. Any type of loose fit around the mouth area is going to allow any type of airborne bacteria to permeate. A extremely tight fit where when you breathe in, you can see this suck in, and when you breathe out, it goes out. Now you're getting true respiratory protection. So much that you have a barrier sealing the outside from the inside. N95s are gold. If you can get your hand on some and you're in a highly infective area, by all means, use them whenever you're out in public. It's an excellent way to keep people that become in close proximity to you from transmitting anything to you. Again, the P100s also, they're a tighter fit. They're made from a material which is not paper. It's an equivalent to your HEPA filters. If you buy very expensive central heat and air filters for your house, or you have HEPA filters in your vacuum cleaning devices or your car air conditioning, that's what the P95s and the 100 grade masks are made from. They're made from HEPA filter material. So they screen out even smaller particles. Their main purpose is development for use in trade and search and rescue. They're used by the fire departments. They're used by the automotive industry for vehicle painting. They're used a lot in the boat and marine industry for application of compounds like fiberglass. So, you know, they are semi-effective against bacteria, but they are not SFM, which is surgical face mask grade material. Now, if you're wearing an actual respirator, those are those gas mask looking setups that have the two cans on the side, or the modern ones have one big can in the center. That is of equal grade of a surgical face mask. It actually has two-stage filtering. It has the original, it has two-stage filtering. It contains the dust mask paper filter and also the N95 HEPA superior grade filter that is made from filtering material, non-paper, less porous. That double filtration gives you the safety that you need in any public situation. All right? Very uncomfortable, still not 100% effective against any kind of transmission. And I think something needs to be said. One of the biggest reasons for using these devices is to keep you from spreading whatever you may have, if you're contagious, to those around you. Unless you're in a hazmat suit, that's the one where you see there in the white paper looking, or yellow, orange, blue, filtration, N95 grade filter material overalls that zip up. Then they tie it up here. They'll usually have a HEPA grade filter scarf inside. They'll have one of these on that's a SFM, and then they'll have a shield and a respirator. That is the only way you're going out in public and being 100% safe. So don't panic until you see your CDC running around in that. This is a very serious disease that's going around, but there are many ways to keep yourself safe. So the last and one of the most important, and unfortunately the one I definitely do not have access to at this time, is your surgical face mask. In the industry, in medical terms, they call it the SFM, surgical face mask. That's simple. It is not made from filter material. It is not made from paper. It is made from polypropanol. Ooh, I'm happy with myself. I got that right. This is a non-porous, non-woven fiber. It will actually allow the entrance of air to the person wearing it, but since it's a non-woven fiber, will not allow the exiting air from that person to enter the room. These are, well, let me show you. Know what I'm talking about now? These blue face masks that you see them wearing during surgery, that is SFM. Surgical face masks are very expensive. Surgical face masks are hard to find. Please do not steal them from your doctor's office. Let me reach out to you quickly with that. Currently, in our offices, we have to have everything locked up. I understand it's a scary time. These things are hard to come by. You want some to feel safe. I get it. But stealing them from your doctor's office is the most monstrous thing you could do. We need them to serve the public. When you steal, look, when it's a regular time, we actually order extra for this reason. Gloves, tongue depressors, surgical masks, antiseptic wipes, alcohol wipes. We get it. We leave you in there too long. You want some, you deserve it, you take it. But right now, we absolutely need you to leave those things alone. We need every single mask. We need every single alcohol wipe. We need every single tongue depressor even. Please, people, please control yourself. Amazon has almost everything. Go on Amazon. I keep hearing that, even Rini told me last night, you can't get toilet paper. We can't even reorder any. I said, let me take a look. I go on Amazon and there's no problem getting toilet paper. It may not be your favorite brand. It may be a little more expensive than usual. And there's even a lot of cheap, unnamed stuff. I was making fun of her and I told her, look, you see those giant bicycle tire size rolls that they have in public restrooms? Cases for $10 and $15. That's toilet paper, people. You can use that. Dust masks, those are almost out of stock. This protects you from nothing, all right? Panic buying, don't. Stock up on long supply food because your stores are probably going to run out because of more panic buying. I think in the next 14 days we'll see that come to an end. But I hope this has helped you a little bit. Again, like I said, this is not a surgical face mask. It's not stopping bacteria from getting into you. If anything, it's stopping everything you're spewing from getting out. But it will help if used properly. Don't take it off like this because you infected your hand. Take it off like they showed you from the strap, the 1 or the 2. Once you have it on, fit this metal ring as tight as possible. So when you breathe in, you should see this suck in. So you can't do that with this because it won't fit tight enough. By all means, wash your hands. Antibacterials, hand sanitizer as often as possible. Try to keep a 6-foot distance between you and the person next to you on the left or right. That's impossible at work. So washing your hands there is going to be key, but as much as you can. And I hope this helps. And if anything, do not make any masks out of paper towels. I will come and get you for that. All right? You now know. And tell your family and friends not to do that. You're better off with nothing. This is going to lead to false sense of security that's going to get you more infected because you're going to be around people and thinking you're safe when you're not. You just shouldn't be around people if you can. All right? But let me know what you think. Y'all know how we do it on this channel. Put in those comments down below. Like, subscribe. Getting close to 5K. This particular emergency worldwide has put a damper on my 5K celebration, but it's still going to be something spectacular. Love ya, and get ready. There's going to be 2 more of these home style PSAs. See y'all in the next one. Not a face mask of any type, way, shape, or form. Don't use it.